Nights in white satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send. Beauty I'd always missed with his eyes before. Just what the truth is, I can't say anymore. 'Cause I love you. Yes, I love you. Oh, I love you. Gazing at people, some hand in hand. Just what I'm going through, they can't understand. Some try to tell me thoughts they cannot defend. Just what you wanna be, you will be in the end. And I love you. Yes, I love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, I Nights in white satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send. Beauty I'd always missed with his eyes before. Just what the truth is, I can't say anymore. 'Cause I love you. Yes, I love you. Oh, I love you. Yeah, I told you that I love you.
Hey guys, good to see you. This is Dave Darren here, testing out a new format. I figure I'm going to move from, or I'm going to think about moving from Facebook Live to YouTube. And predominantly the reason is I've seen a variety of people here telling me that they can't hear the show, and then they got to refresh their browser, and then suddenly the audio comes back. So that's a little bit of a pain, and I've got to try to solve that. So I guess the only way to really solve it is some people said, why don't you do a show on YouTube? And a lot of people do YouTube shows, and I actually watch a lot of them. So I figure, you know what, I'll try this and see if it's comparatively better. The other thing is on Facebook Live, it seems like I never get an HD quality video out of it. And I don't know why that is. I use software. If you guys are ever interested in doing podcasts or something like that, to do this, you got to, and I use a Mac, by the way. I don't use a PC. Maybe if I did a PC, maybe it would be better. I don't know, but I use a Mac. And I use something called Open Broadcast System, or it's called OBS, Open Broadcast something. I think the S stands for software. Open Broadcast Software, which is what Facebook puts on their website to give you the ability to actually be able to share your screen, share your desktop, share videos, drop MP3s in there, MP4s in there, and everything seems to work, except I can never get it to pop up in HD. So maybe YouTube will satisfy that HD quality a little bit better. So we'll see how this works. This is kind of a test, and actually I put the wrong description out there. I got to remember to put the description because I did a show for my Japanese listeners when I was doing a music show. So it popped up and said Japanese music, and it gave a description of what I was doing. So I got to remember to change the description on YouTube. Then the other thing I got to do is I got to hope that, on Facebook I can create event invites. So I don't know how to create event invites and say join the Dave Darren Show, but join the Dave Darren Show on YouTube instead of on Facebook. I'll have to figure that out. So it's a nightmare to try to transition off. But you know what? I think I got to try to transition off because enough people are saying they can't hear me talking. Not that I have a whole lot to say, but when I have guests on, you want to hear what the guest has to say too, right? You don't want to hear what I have to say. You want to talk to the guest. That's what the whole show is about. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to see if people... I did share this show on my Dave Darren Extraterrestrials Facebook page to see if you can actually see it. And then I did have another anomaly with YouTube, is I'm doing a YouTube live show right now. But when I stopped the live feed, the archive was different than the live feed's archive. So it was strange because then if you put a link on Facebook to the live YouTube show, and when the live YouTube show ends, it seemed like that link no longer worked, which is bad too, because obviously, at least when I do a Facebook live show, and I do the live show and the live show completes, at least you have the ability with the same link to play it back from start to finish. So I had that trouble with YouTube. So I don't know. YouTube's supposedly a better video product, and I'm sure I'm just not using it correctly. So we'll have to figure out how to do that. So Curtis says, hello. Curtis, good to see you. Ren says, konnichiwa. It's funny because you probably see the title of this little video here. Said to my Japanese listeners, I played a lot of Japanese videos on a previous show I did when I did a music show. So Ren, if you're coming here to listen to Japanese music, I'm sorry, I do have it on my YouTube channel. You can go there and you can check out all that stuff. Arigato gozaimashita. It's fun. My wife's Japanese, by the way, and I lived in Japan for 3 years, but I lived there in the early 90s, so I'm forgetting my Japanese, but arigato, I should say hajimemashite, right, and bow, which means glad to meet you. And domo arigato, Curtis is saying that. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Remember that song? Of course everyone remembers that show, so good to see Curtis here too. I get my notifications on YouTube. So Ren, you got a notification of this YouTube broadcast, which is funny because I've neglected YouTube for a long time. I use it basically for archives of my shows. But then to get to changing them from Facebook and then converting them and then putting them on YouTube, it becomes like sort of a disaster to do it. And I run out of time. So I gotta do something better with time management to make things make things work better. So YouTube's kind of cool because it's actually telling me right now that there's 5 watchers, which is kind of cool. Of course, Facebook tells you that too, but I get immediate statistics, and it looks like the chat works better too. Although it says top chat, I don't necessarily want to see top chat. I want to see every single chat. So I don't know the difference of top chat and live chat. I got to figure that one out. So there's a lot of figuring out to do here. Now I got 6 watchers. It says on the top, I scroll down the bottom, it says there's 6 watchers. That's kind of cool too. So maybe YouTube will be better than Facebook Live. And I guess I want to use Facebook Live still to promote the show on my Facebook Live group, since that's the majority of people are going there. But on the other hand, I got to build up the amount of people that are subscribing to my YouTube channel, especially if I intend to use this more than Facebook. Basically, the whole idea of this show is to create an excitement for everyone that likes to talk about UFOs, extraterrestrials. That's what I've been doing on the Facebook Live show with guests coming on. And I liked, if it was possible to stream both at the same time, Facebook and YouTube, but it appears like I can't, because there's the software I use called Open Broadcast System actually makes you put in the web address, the URL for Facebook Live or for YouTube Live, and then there's actually a key you have to put in there too. So I don't think I can launch two OBS products at the same time to stream both live simultaneously, and I don't even think my older computer could handle that, even if I could do it. So I got to stick with one or the other. I think maybe for Thursday's show I'm going to experiment and do it on YouTube Live. Periodically throughout the rest of the week, I think I'll broadcast some little teasers on YouTube and see how they work, and make sure that they remain on YouTube so people can see them and replay them from start to finish, because if the links change, that's a disaster. But so many people use YouTube that it's got to be a better product and a simpler product. I just don't know how to use it yet. So I'll figure it out, guys. So right now, let's see. Kurt says, I need to change my YouTube username. Rarely on here, though. And Ren is testing my Japanese skills. Suki desu. Suki. I don't know that. I don't know. My wife's obviously a fluent Japanese speaker since she was born and lived in Japan, and then we moved here together. So look, I'm going to get out of here for right now. This was kind of like a test. I wasn't really intending a lot of people to join YouTube that I'm doing right now. In fact, you're probably bored out of your minds listening to this because I don't have a guest on. I'm just kind of rambling here to see if I can make YouTube a better product than what I've been doing on Facebook Live. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to get out of here right now, guys. So don't think I'm discounting you guys and not thanking you for joining into this little experiment here. But that's all this was an experiment. So now I'm going to play the closer to the show. Then I'm going to come back and see if the link of YouTube, the live video I did, still works on Facebook, because I posted this link on Facebook. And I saw before that the link was changed. So that means that anyone who's watching the show on Facebook and went to YouTube, that's great. But then after the fact, when they go and press on that link on Facebook, it seems like the link doesn't work. The link is changed when it goes from live on YouTube to its backed up archive, which is replayable. It seemed like the link changed, but then I could be wrong. Might have been using it incorrectly. So, by the way, if anyone here that's watching is a YouTube expert, or if any of you guys watch it after this YouTube is finished, you give me pointers on YouTube. I'm not good with YouTube at all, and I should be. I should get better at it because it's a product. It's been out there long enough. How come I haven't used it to its full benefit? So if there's anyone that's really good in YouTube, obviously you see I'm not. So maybe throw me a bone and help me out. Maybe contact me. You can reach me at Dave Darin, DARIN, at gmail.com. That's how you reach me. Or you can text message me. I don't mind giving out my phone number. It's 609-467-4000. And contact me and help me out with the product I don't know how to use, all right? That's it for now. I'm going to log out. And thank you guys for checking out this little demo I was trying here. And I'll see you later on. I'll see you definitely on Thursday. I have a Thursday show coming up, which I might put on YouTube, especially if I get a high definition video out of this. That's one huge improvement, because Facebook, they're all low quality. That's a disaster. That's no good. When we're 2019, everything's got to be in HD now, right? And 4K definition, and it's not in Facebook, and I don't know how to switch it over. I looked at every single option. I can't get a high definition feed out of it. So we'll see if YouTube fixes that up. I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.
Do you know the Dave Darin Show? He used to be on terrestrial radio, but he got fired.
Here comes the boss fella now.
Dave Darin.